Ever imagined a device, small enough to cradle in your palm, that could effortlessly outthink the mightiest supercomputers ever conceived? Sounds like science fiction, right? But hold onto your hats, because the future is knocking, and it's carrying a quantum chip named Willow that might just rewrite the rules of reality as we know them. We're living in an age of technological marvels. Consider Capitan, the current heavyweight champion of the supercomputing world. Boasting over 1 million CPU cores and a staggering 10 million GPU cores, it's a titan of silicon, a behemoth capable of calculations that would make your personal computer weep. Many would justifiably call it blazingly fast. Yet, the ground is shifting beneath its feet. Enter Google, stage left, with a game changer. Willow, their brand new quantum chip. Now, don't let the diminutive name fool you. This unassuming piece of technology, small enough to fit in your hand, possesses the theoretical capability to solve specific, complex problems a septillion. That's a 1 followed by 24 zeros, times faster than even Capitan. Let's try to wrap our heads around that mind-boggling speed difference. Imagine a problem that would take Willow a mere 5 minutes to crack. How long would Capitan need to arrive at the same answer? The answer is, well, it's longer than the lifespan of our entire universe. Yes, you read that correctly. The 13.8 billion years that have passed since the Big Bang wouldn't even be enough time for Capitan to finish the job. But the scale of this difference goes even deeper. Picture every single grain of sand on our planet, and there are an estimated 7.5 quintillion of them. That's 7.5 followed by 18 zeros. Now, imagine each of those grains of sand was an Capitan supercomputer, all powered by the unimaginable energy harnessed by a Dyson sphere encircling our sun. Even that colossal, hypothetical computational power would still be dwarfed by the speed of little Willow on certain kinds of calculations. Does that give you a sense of the revolutionary potential we're talking about? However, the quantum arena isn't just an American playground. Just days before Willow's unveiling, China announced its own impressive stride forward, a record-breaking 504 qubit superconducting chip. When news of this breakthrough hit the internet, it sparked a wave of both excitement and, frankly, a bit of panic. The sheer number of qubits, the fundamental building blocks of quantum computers, conjured images of unprecedented computational power, enough to potentially shatter the very foundations of our digital security. The primary concern: unbreakable encryption algorithms. The digital world we inhabit relies heavily on complex mathematical problems to keep our data safe. From your online banking transactions to your encrypted messages. And yes, even those precious crypto tokens and NFTs you've diligently accumulated, these systems are designed to be virtually impenetrable by conventional computers, often taking billions of years to crack through brute force. The fear is understandable. A quantum computer with sufficient power could theoretically break these encryption algorithms in a blink of an eye, potentially unlocking a Pandora's box of cyber threats. Imagine a world where hackers could effortlessly access your most sensitive information, drain your digital wallets, and unravel state secrets. The implications are genuinely terrifying. But before we descend into full-blown digital doomsday prepping, let's take a deep breath. Because while these advancements in quantum computing are undeniably significant, the technology is still in its infancy. The raw power suggested by those qubit numbers doesn't yet translate into a practical, immediate threat to our digital infrastructure. And by the end of our journey together today, you'll have a much clearer understanding of why, despite the hype, quantum computing still has a long, winding road ahead. So, what's the real story behind this quantum revolution? On one hand, the potential benefits are almost utopian. Imagine a future where seemingly insurmountable scientific challenges become trivial. Fusion energy, the holy grail of clean power, could be unlocked. Artificial superintelligence, with the potential to solve humanity's most pressing problems, might become a reality. And even the tantalizing prospect of extended lifespans or even functional immortality through advanced nanorobot doctors could move from the realm of science fiction to tangible possibility. But this incredible potential is double-edged. As we've already touched upon, the very speed that makes quantum computing so promising also poses an existential threat. The encryption that safeguards our digital lives could crumble, leaving us vulnerable to unprecedented levels of cybercrime and espionage. Any malicious actor with access to a sufficiently powerful quantum computer could indeed brute force RSA encryption, the backbone of much of our internet communication, or, even more concerning for some, crack the seed phrases that protect your cryptocurrency wallets and NFT holdings. Despite the monumental breakthroughs from giants like Google and China, it's crucial to understand that this revolutionary technology is still, as of today, December 10th, 2024, nowhere near being a universally applicable or readily available tool. To truly grasp why, we need to delve into the fundamental principles of how quantum computing actually works. Classical computers, the workhorses of our digital age, rely on bits. These are the fundamental units of information, representing binary states, either a 0 or a 1. Think of a light switch. It's either on 1 or off 0. By combining vast numbers of these bits, classical computers can perform incredibly complex calculations, from streaming high-definition video across continents to running sophisticated artificial intelligence algorithms. Quantum computers, in contrast, also work with zeros and ones, but they encode this information in something far more peculiar and powerful: the quantum bit, or qubit. The key difference lies in a fundamental concept of quantum mechanics called superposition. Unlike a classical bit that can only be a 0 or a 1 at any given time, a qubit can exist in a probabilistic combination of both states simultaneously. Think back to that box with the cat inside, a famous thought experiment known as Schrödinger's cat. In this analogy, the cat is neither definitively dead nor alive until you open the box and observe it. Similarly, a qubit can be in a superposition of both the 0 and 1 states until it is measured. At that point, it collapses into a definite state, either 0 or 1, with a certain probability. Mathematically, this superposition can be represented by an equation where A and B are probabilities, technically called amplitudes, that the qubit will collapse into a 0 or a 1 when measured. The crucial implication of this is that a single qubit can inherently represent a vast amount of information, and more importantly, perform computations on multiple possibilities in parallel. It's like having countless classical bits working on different parts of a problem all at the same time. Mind-bending, isn't it? But the quantum weirdness doesn't stop there. Another bizarre phenomenon that quantum computers leverage is entanglement. Imagine two qubits linked together in such a way that their fates are intertwined, regardless of the physical distance separating them. If you measure the state of one entangled qubit, you instantly know the state of the other, even if they are light years apart. This spooky action at a distance, as Einstein famously called it, can be harnessed to coordinate complex computations between multiple qubits. Quantum computers manipulate these qubits using quantum gates. These gates are analogous to the logic gates, like AND or, not found in classical computers, but they operate based on the principles of quantum mechanics. They can perform operations like flipping a qubit's state or creating entanglement between qubits. It's like using the very fabric of reality, the strange and counterintuitive rules of the quantum world to perform calculations. This quantum magic sounds incredibly promising, and indeed it is in theory. However, there's a significant hurdle that currently prevents quantum computers from fulfilling their full potential: errors. Qubits are incredibly delicate and susceptible to noise and disturbances from their environment. These interactions can cause the qubits to lose their superposition or entanglement, leading to errors in the computation. Some types of qubits are inherently more prone to errors than others. This means that a significant portion of the effort in building and operating quantum computers is dedicated to error correction. Sophisticated techniques are needed to detect and correct these errors to keep the quantum computation stable and reliable. This overhead currently limits the size and complexity of quantum algorithms that can be run successfully. Furthermore, the physical requirements for these quantum chips are extreme. Many current designs, including superconducting qubits like those used by Google and China, need to be kept at temperatures near absolute zero, colder than outer space. Maintaining these incredibly low temperatures requires complex and energy-intensive cryogenic systems. So, as you can imagine, the prospect of an Apple quantum phone fitting comfortably in your pocket anytime soon is firmly in the realm of science fiction. Now, let's circle back to Google's intriguing Willow chip. One of its standout features is its ability to identify qubits with high error rates in real time and dynamically reconfigure the chip to bypass them. This on-the-fly error management is a significant step forward in improving the overall reliability and stability of quantum computations. What's particularly fascinating about this approach is that as the number of error-corrected qubits increases, their performance doesn't just improve linearly, it gets exponentially better. Willow is the first quantum chip to demonstrate this crucial characteristic, hinting at a potential pathway to building larger, more reliable quantum computers. Another critical challenge in quantum computing has been the coherence time, the duration for which a qubit can maintain its delicate state of superposition. In the past, this has typically been in the order of around 20 microseconds, millionths of a second. Willow has made significant progress in this area as well, increasing the coherence time by fivefold, up to 100 microseconds. While 100 microseconds might still sound incredibly short in human terms, it's a substantial leap in the quantum realm. Google's next major milestone is to build a long-lived logical qubit, a qubit that is significantly more stable and resistant to errors, potentially maintaining its quantum state for much longer durations. It's important to note that while Willow boasts 105 qubits, the sheer number of qubits isn't the only metric that matters. Quality and stability are equally, if not more, crucial. However, even with its current qubit count, Willow has demonstrated the ability to perform certain specific calculations, such as finding the prime factors of large numbers, much faster than classical computers could. Algorithms like Shor's algorithm, developed in the 1990s, have long shown the theoretical potential of quantum computers to efficiently solve problems like prime factorization, which is the mathematical basis for many modern encryption systems, including RSA. However, until now, we haven't had quantum hardware powerful and stable enough to actually run these algorithms at a scale that poses a real threat. The theoretical threshold often cited for breaking widely used encryption systems like RSA, using a relatively straightforward brute force approach with Shor's algorithm, is around 2,000 high-quality, error-corrected qubits. Once quantum computers reach this level of capability, the implications for cybersecurity would be profound. Problems that would take classical computers millions or even billions of years to solve could be cracked in a matter of hours or even minutes. This brings us back to China's impressive 504-qubit chip. While the sheer number of qubits is certainly noteworthy and represents a significant engineering achievement, the crucial factor to watch isn't just the qubit count, but the error rate and coherence time. A large number of noisy, unstable qubits isn't as useful as a smaller number of high-quality, stable ones. The real inflection point in quantum computing will arrive when the error rates can be consistently reduced to a level that allows for effective error correction and the scaling up of qubit numbers without a proportional increase in noise. When we reach that critical juncture, quantum computers will indeed have the potential to scale exponentially and transform the world in ways we can only begin to imagine, both for good and for ill. However, the timeline for this quantum revolution has been somewhat unpredictable, perhaps even messed up as the original article playfully suggests, since that fateful day on May 28, 2016. Technological progress rarely follows a perfectly linear path, and quantum computing is no exception. So, as a developer, how do you stay informed about these rapid advancements and prepare for a future potentially shaped by quantum computing? One excellent way is by connecting with other developers and staying up to date with the latest industry news and discussions. This brings us to today's fantastic sponsor, Daily Dev. It's a completely free social platform specifically designed for developers, curating the very best developer content from across the internet. Instead of endlessly scrolling through Reddit or other social media platforms to find valuable updates on your favorite programming languages, frameworks, or emerging technologies like quantum computing, Daily Dev does the hard work for you. It aggregates top articles, tutorials, and videos from over 1,000 leading sources, bringing you all the essential information in one convenient place. You'll find news about the latest breakthroughs, in-depth tutorials on new technologies, and insightful discussions from thought leaders in the industry. And to make staying informed even easier, Daily Dev offers a highly rated browser extension. Once installed, it seamlessly integrates into your daily workflow, ensuring you never miss out on the most important developments in the world of software development. It becomes an effortless daily habit to stay ahead of the curve. Join over 1 million other developers who are already leveraging the power of Daily Dev to stay informed and connected. You can sign up today using my special invite link displayed on the screen. It's a fantastic resource for anyone who wants to keep their finger on the pulse of the ever-evolving tech landscape. Thank you so much for joining me on this fascinating exploration of the quantum realm. The journey of quantum computing is just beginning, and it promises to be filled with incredible discoveries and transformative potential. While the immediate threat to our current digital security might be overstated, the long-term implications are undeniable. Understanding the fundamentals of this technology and staying informed about its progress is crucial for navigating the future. What are your thoughts on the potential impact of quantum computing? Are you excited or concerned about its future? What kind of applications do you envision becoming possible with truly powerful quantum computers? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to stay curious, keep learning, and always be prepared for the next technological leap. And most importantly, take good care of yourselves. Until next time, keep coding, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next video. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of quantum computing, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insightful tech explorations.